Good morning, all the students of 7th standard. We have completed our history syllabus and we are turning toward the civics last lesson, directive principle of the state policy and the fundamental duties. So, uh, those who are watching this video, send me the photo of geography's 8th and 9th lessons so that I can make a video of it. I don't have the geography syllabus. We'll try to be take a video of geographies also. So sixth lesson is there. The last two chapters that we have studied about the fundamental right and the fundamental duties of the citizens. The fundamental duties and along with that rights which was guaranteed by the constitutions. We have the judicial rights also there. We learned what rights Indian citizens enjoy, and we also learned that our rights have judicial protections. We got the judicial protections also there. We understood the importance of the fundamental rights in our individual and public lives there. Rights we can understand and the importance of the rights in our individual life or into the we can say that public life also. With this background, we shall now understand what the directive principles of the state policy are. That directive principle of the state policy we shall study. Fundamental rights put restrictions on the power of a government. It put restriction. What are the fundamental rights we have? They put the restrictions on the government there. A few such restrictions upon the state are listed below. So some of the restrictions are given here below that we shall see. State shall not discriminate between and among the citizens on the basis of the caste, religions, race, language or the sex. Any state cannot be discriminate among the citizen, cannot be do partiality on the basis of the citizens' caste, on the basis of the citizens' religions, their language, their sex. For the state, all the citizens are equal. State shall not deny anybody equality before the law. The state cannot be denied. State cannot be reject anyone's equality before the law. Before the law, all are equal there. All citizens are the same in front of the law or before the law. Equal protections of the law is there for everyone. Equal protection is there before the law for everyone, that no person shall be deprived of his life. No one government can take away the life of the people, his or her life. State shall not impose any religious taxes also there, and also it will not be impose any kind of taxes there on the people's religious taxes. They cannot be take from the people there. The constitution has given express instructions to the state about what policies it should undertake. So constitutions has given or they express the instructions to the state government about the policies, what kind of policy they should be undertake there. This is in the nature of giving directives or guidelines about how to achieve the goals expressed in the preamble there. So directive principles are there, and there's they give some of the informations how to achieve the objectives which are given or expressed into the preamble there. Hence they are called the directive principle of the state. So because of that they are called the directive principle of the state policy there. Why were the directives included now? When India won independence, we faced a great challenge of establishing order and carrying out smooth administrations. When we got the freedoms, we faced the great challenge there. While seeing the freedom or independence, easily we didn't get the freedom or independence. We faced the great challenge there to establish the or to get freedom or independence, and along with that to set up a smooth administration. Lot of problems are there. Eradication of poverty is also there. In that, backwardness is there. Illiteracy is also one problem there for the smooth administrations. Had to be urgently pursued. So these are the issues are there. We have to be overcome from these issues. We have to struggle or fight against this problem there. The task of nations building had to be undertaken. Task or what are the work is there of the nation building we have to undertake there. For this, new policies had to be drawn up and their implementation had to be undertaken. New policy we have to draw and new implementations for the policies that we have to be undertaken. The goal of people's welfare had to be achieved there, and along with that our goal is there about the people's welfare. That goal we have to be achieved. So in short, India had to be transformed into a developed and progressive nations. In short, we can say our country is going to be transformed from the developed toward the progressive nations. We are in a progressive way there. The constitution has specified the subjects to which the union and the state government should give priority to their policies of people's welfare through the directive principle of the state policy. So in Indian constitutions, they give some of the rules and regulations. Some of the adjectives are there. They specified some of the subjects there about the state government and the union government. They have to work for the welfare of the people's welfare through the directive principle. Into the state policy is also given there. They have to work according to it. Each directive contains subject of the state policy. In each and every directive principle, it contains the some of the subjects from the state policy is also there. The makers of the Indian Constitution have realized that it would require a lot of resources if all these policies were to be implemented at the same time. Those who were the makers of the Indian Constitution, they realized we need a lot of resources to implement all these policies at the same time. That is the reason why they did not make the directive binding upon the state like fundamental rights. So these directives are not binding on the states like a fundamental right there. It is not possible to provide all the directive principles at the same time. We need a lot of resources there. So not compulsion is there. They expected that the state should implement them slowly and steadily. So the directive principle should be government. The constitution expect that directive principle should be implemented slowly and steadily in the state policy there. So today we will stop here. Tomorrow we will see the next one. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.